Clopay and Nidec Minster welcome you to this broadcast of high school girls varsity soccer. We're at Botkins Community Park where the Lima Central Catholic Thunderbirds take on the Botkins Trojans. Tonight's game is brought to you by the following sponsors: Crown Equipment Corporation, First National Bank, Keyhole Pizza, Winners Meats, Sydney All Glaze Audiology, Precision Strip, Wagner's IGA, and Cargill and NKTelco bringing you tonight's match between the Botkins Trojans and the LCC T-Birds from the Botkins Community Park. I'm Dave Helmstetter. Glad to be bringing you the play-by-play action of tonight's Western Ohio Soccer League match between these two schools. Lima Central Catholic enters tonight's game 3-1-1 in first place in the Western Ohio Soccer League with a 1-0 record. That win over the Anna Rockets and 3 points overall. On the other hand, Botkins has a 4-2-1 overall record, and they stand 1-1 in league play and also have 3 points as well. Let's take a look first at our keys to the game tonight, brought to you by Keyhole Pizza. For the visiting Lima Central Catholic T-Birds, they want to try and control possession against their rival Botkins Trojans, and they want to try to move as a unit up and down the field. And then number 3, in a lot of their contests this season, they want to finish it. They've been close, hitting the net a lot, and they want to finish the scoring opportunities off. For the Botkins Trojans, under Pedrick Murphy, keys to the game, they don't want to allow them to turn and face the ball. That's the T-Birds, of course, and they want to be highly efficient in the attacking third of the pitch. Also, a coach feels that they should be more physical and more hungry, a little bit more aggressive from the Botkins Trojans. Trojans enter, as I said, 4-2-1 on the season. Exciting girls varsity soccer coming up next here on NKTelco Sports. We'll return right after this.
Clopay Building Products, America's favorite garage door, is now hiring for all manufacturing and over-the-road CDLA driving positions. Clopay is the largest residential garage door manufacturer in North America, and we are continuing to grow. Join our team and work in a safe, clean, modern environment. Clopay offers a great benefits package, is an equal opportunity employer, and a drug-free work environment. Imagine the possibilities when you open the door to your career at clopaydoor.com/careers.
Are you looking for a new career with amazing growth potential? Nidec Press and Automation is hiring for many positions right now. Nidec is a global company that is growing with its sights on being a billion-dollar company. Machinists, service technicians, human resource personnel, IT specialists, electrical engineers, mechanical engineers, and many more. The opportunities abound at Nidec Press and Automation. Go to minsterjobs.com now to get started on your new career with Nidec.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it, and online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
Botkins and Lima Central Catholic about to do battle in girls soccer. Starting lineups for the two teams here today for the visiting Lima Central Catholic T-Birds. Our starting lineups brought to you by Sydney Allglaze Audiology. There you see the T-Birds and their starters. They are 3-1-1 overall. And now for the home team, the Botkins Trojans are in position. Trojan starter in the goal tonight, Chloe Pax, followed by Aubrey Tupp, Camden Paul, Delana Pitts, Boston Paul, Carmen Huker, Zoe Longbreak, Reagan McPherron, Kennedy Dosick, Ava Woodruff, and Emma Pax. Pax will be in goal, excuse me. She's number 1. And we're just about ready to go as the two teams are at center field, and Botkins will have possession first. Setting their offense up as they try to move towards midfield. T-Birds trying to collapse. Back over to Huker, over to Paul. Paul gets it back to Huker. She'll shoot the lead pass in as Paul goes for it. It's going to come back out to Chloe Pax, number 2, as Carmen Huker will try to shoot it inside, and the goalie, Anna Wanamaker, will scoop it up. Goal kick coming here by the T-Birds. They're clad in the white uniforms with red lettered trim. Up towards middle field it will come. Huker will have it back over to LCC. They get it across midfield. It goes near the touchline. And our first throw in of the contest, Trojans will toss it in. Camden Paul with it. Sophomore for the Trojans had 8 goals in a resounding win over Southeastern, 15-0 in the Trojans' last start earlier this week. LCC now trying to set their offense up. They'll send it near the goal. It's going to go out of bounds. And that'll be a goal kick for Botkins. Just underway here at Botkins Community Park. 38 minutes plus on the scoreboard, and Trojans will kick it away. Line drive quick kick on a beautiful afternoon here. Strong wind out of the west. Paul will try and move it across midfield. Trojans, Quatman will pick it up, and here come the T-Birds on the attack. Huker will kick it back out, but it's picked up there by Madeline Knotts. Emily Morrissey quickly into the lineup for LCC as they try to set the offense up. Botkins' defense has collapsed nicely. Here's a shot on goal, and there it is, and the follow through with 37-18 goes to the T-Birds as the bounce back came. Take a moment to see the number. Take a look at that one more time on our winners quality meets. Nice save there. Kept it from going in, but the follow through by the T-Birds puts them up 1-0. Olivia Stolley will be credited with that goal, I believe. The 37-18 mark. And it's going to go out of bounds, and T-Birds will pick it up. Toss it in from the corner. T-Birds strike first. 1-0 here in the first half of play here on NKTelco Sports. Throw in. T-Birds, Macklin with it. Huker will take it away. She's on the move near midfield. Camden Paul out to her left. They'll shoot the lead pass. Paul chasing it down. She's trying to go inside. There's the shot and a save, and it will go out of bounds. Botkins returns the pressure. And they'll have the corner kick with 35:48 to go on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Good strong kick in front of the goal, and Christina Zupan will kick it away for the T-Birds, and once again the Trojans will have the corner kick. Kick in front of the goal. Again, Zupan saves it from the back line. Trojans will try and set it up. Huker with it. Taken away there by Macklin. T-Birds trying to get it across midfield near the center circle. Nice dribble inside. Pass there from Wilker back over to the left flank. T-Birds moving it deeper into it. Wilker with it over in the left side, and it's going to go past the touch line, and it's going to be LCC's throw in. Quickly it goes in. Missed header there as Macklin tries to get it, but we've got a whistle and a stop in play. And hopefully not an injury. As you see it on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard, early lead for the LCC T-Birds, 1-0 as our clock approaching 34 minutes. And Botkins will have the kick. Goal kick upfield. LCC will handle it. Botkins shoots it up field towards Camden Paul. She's chasing it down. She'll gain control of the ball, trying to move inside the penalty area. There she makes the move inside, and it's going to be kicked out of bounds there by Jalen Ream for the T-Birds. So that'll be a corner kick for the Trojans. Paul places it in the corner arc, and she'll kick it away as 3 deep for Botkins on the defense. Here comes Paul's kick towards the goal. Once again, Supam will get it, but it's going to come right back out to Paul, who shoots it right back in. It's going to go to the far side. Martinez will have it. LCC tries to regroup. Knotts will have it and sends it upfield. Wilker trying to chase it down, and the Trojans in front of their own bench will kick it out of bounds. So LCC with the toss in. T-Birds defeated Anna early in the season on their home field, 1-0, and that's of course a big win, as Anna and Lehman have controlled the destiny of the Western Ohio Soccer League for the last 7 years. Of course, Lehman has moved on to the Three Rivers Conference. LCC goes out of bounds, and the toss in will be made by Madeline Quatman. She'll get it in near midfield. Back over to the T-Birds as they try to move it upfield. In front of it, but Botkins' defense comes back down. Morrissey with it. T-Birds trying to keep the pressure on. They'll send it towards the front. Here comes a possible on shot, but there's the shot, and it's going to go wide, and I believe that was by Wilker. So the goal kick comes for the Botkins Trojans. T-Birds again applying the pressure. Header by the Trojans, a narrow miss, but they still have possession as Chloe Pax will send it upfield near Paul, chased down on the far side by Sayan Martinez. Martinez will try and make a move inside, trying to move it closer to the goal. She could have a shot. Pax with the save. LCC still with it. And off the net. Goal kick, a welcome one for the Botkins Trojans as LCC applied the pressure. Kick is away, but once again, Morrissey will come up with it, but Huker will have it now for the Trojans. Shoots it forward to Paul with the header. T-Birds regain it. Morrissey at midfield, battling Chloe Pax. Huker will send it forward. Paul tries to move inside, has it. Front of the goal. Shot will go wide right. LCC with the goal kick. 1-0 our score here on NKTelco Sports, the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. T-Birds 1-0 over Botkins as our clock moves towards the 29-minute mark, and the T-Birds will have the goal kick away. Goes all the way upfield, but it's going to be off, I believe, a Trojan, so the throw-in will come to the T-Birds. Windy afternoon here at Botkins Community Park. Beautiful facility. As you can tell, comes the toss in for the T-Birds, trying to set the offense up. Trojans defense trying to take it away, but T-Birds will shoot it down. On the attack, it's going to go out of bounds. That's going to be LCC, I believe, with the throw in. That means Madeline Knotts will toss it in for the T-Birds. LCC with the shot. That's going to go wide and stay in play. And Botkins having some difficulty. It goes past the touchline. So LCC will throw it in quickly as they try to keep the pressure on. Carmen Huker trying to take it away. Shoots it up towards midfield. T-Birds will drop back and regroup. They'll send it inside the middle. And the Botkins forward. Open shot. Wilker off to the right. Or was that Olivia Stoley one more time with that shot, number 14. And Botkins will send it away, but the T-Birds once again, they've had 3 or 4 nice opportunities here in the first half to score. 1-0 our score, and that came on a rebound shot in front of the net for the T-Birds. Olivia Stolley with the goal. LCC's Morrissey. Back over to Knotts. LCC on the attack. Wilker. Annika Wilker. Number 12. There'll be a shot wide for the T-Birds. And Botkins will get the goal kick. Paul sends it near midfield, but LCC is going to again stay on the attack. Scrap for the ball right there, and Trojans just trying to get it across midfield so they can open up Paul or one of her teammates for a shot in front of the goal. Trojans will toss it in, but LCC will take it over. Trojans back on defense. Battle now around midfield. Huker for the Trojans. It's going to go past the touchline in front of the Botkins bench, and that's going to be Trojans toss in. Set the offense up, or the attack up. But Huker is going to take control, but number 10, Morrissey, will come up with it. LCC drops back to the center circle. T-Birds trying to shut the Trojans off now as it goes across midfield. It's going to go out of bounds, and that's kicked out of there by Jalen Ream, and Paul with the toss in. That's headed for Delana Pitts for the Trojans. Now, number 15 with it. Macklin for the T-Birds. Back over to Wilker. Annika passes it off to Morrissey. Morrissey sends it into the penalty area, but he'll drop back, try the attack again. Young with it. Back over to Wilker. Wilker left side. T-Bird still with it. Wilker breaks inside. Ball right behind her, but it's kicked back. T-Bird still maintaining possession as they try to work it in the middle. Picked up there by Young. Long shot at the top of the iron. That was a long range shot, and it hit the iron. T-Birds applying the pressure to Botkins here as we're at the 24-20 mark on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Knotts will throw it in for LCC. Couple of substitutes for the T-Birds. Knotts with the toss. Botkins tries to take it away. Huker has part of it, and we've got a whistle and a stop in play. And that's going to be, looks like that penalty will go against the Trojans. So they'll have a free kick. That is, LCC will have the free kick. Madeline Knotts, number 1, will have it. Teammates over to the left side. 3 Botkins defenders. Here comes the kick. They'll center it over the middle, a header, and it's going to go just off to the left side. And that means the Trojans will get the goal kick. And Paul will boot it upfield on the right flank. Trojans trying to get it inside. Paul in front of the net. Wanamaker's going to come up and wisely kick it away as Camden Paul coming up quickly. Here come the Trojans back on the attack. Cross midfield. They'll send it past the back line, so that'll be the goal kick for the Trojans. And Paul will, as you can see, she places the ball and the kick is away as they try to move it out to the right flank. But Wilker will have it. Gets it over to her teammate. Trojans trying to move it upfield, trying to get away from the goal. Here comes the attack, but LCC will send it back into the Botkins defense. They're going to try and track it down in the corner, and it's going to go out of bounds. So LCC will have a throw in. Madalena Knotts will throw it in for LCC. Going for in front of the goal, but Botkins will pick it up. And it will go back out, and the T-Birds once again will get the toss in. Out of bounds, and LCC chasing the ball down. I think they have the corner kick here. Kick into the goalie area. Trojan defense collapses, and it goes back out of the end line, and LCC will have yet another corner kick. Sam Martinez, number 24, with the corner kick for the T-Birds. They approach the goal, and Botkins will boot it, try to get it away, but LCC will maintain it. Quatman's kick is going to go out, so that means that Botkins will have the throw in, can reverse the momentum that the T-Birds are showing here in the first half of play. T-Birds have dominated as we go under the 20-minute mark, only 1-0, and the Botkins defense is dug in and kept them in this contest. Only a rebound shot by Olivia Stolle early in the first half is the difference in this one so far. A little less than 3 minutes into the contest, Stolle had the goal. Throw in. Wilker. Couple of decent shots, but blocked there by Botkins. Botkins now tries to move it back out the other way. Paul down the middle of the field. LCC defense trying to chase. There's the shot, a little bit high. And the goal kick goes to the T-Birds as Paul, utilizing her speed, got down the field. She had a school record 8 goals against Southeastern in their last start. So far on the season, she has 25 goals for Botkins. Euchre will send it back. Trojans trying to set it up. Euchre with the lead pass over to the right wing, but Zupan will kick it out of bounds, and I believe that should be a corner kick for the Trojans. Corner kick comes in front of the net. Headers. Second header there tried by Euchre, but LCC will just kick it away, but there's a whistle and a stop in play. So Wilker will kick it away for the T-Birds. Wanamaker in goal in the turquoise blue shirt for the LCC team. Chloe Pax hits it for the Trojans. Kennedy Dosick, number 11 for Botkins, trying to chase it down, but LCC regroups and has it. They try to move it upfield. Trojans. Euchre. Sends it up to Pax. Pax trying to work on the right side. Comes the toss in by Boston Paul. It's going to go out of bounds and going into the woods. We go under 16 minutes on that First National Bank Think First scoreboard. 1-0 our score. T-Birds with the lead over Botkins. LCC will move it along in front of the sidelines. To the corner. Good defensive play by the Trojans. They'll move it upfield.
Come on, Boston.
T-Birds again on the attack. T-Birds trying to set it up. Wilker will have it. She's trying to make the move inside. Huker defending against her. Wilker, Annika centers it over towards the middle. It's going to come back. Botkins trying to clear it out. Kick up in the air, and Wilker with the header towards the goal. And the goal kick will go to the Trojans. Carmen Huker. Wilker now for LCC. Macklin, though. Trojans will send it back over. Camden Paul had it. Huker's going to try and chase it down. On the attack, though, is Isabella John. Good defense as they clear it over as two teams race for the touchline. It's going to stay in bounds, but it's going to go off. Kick there by Morrissey. It's going to go off the Trojans. So LCC with the throw in. Morrissey in front of the goal. It's going to bounce back the other way. Boston Paul, number 14 with it. Camden Paul will have it number 9 as she works the left flank, trying to make a move inside. Down to the corner she goes, makes the move inside against Ream, sends it back over to Huker, and no whistle, and LCC is on the move. There's the whistle. Got a foul in front of the net. Let's see how they call it. Or if it's just a stop and play. Clock at 12:52. One to nothing our score on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. 12:52 to go here, first half play. LCC and Botkins doing battle in an important Western Ohio Soccer League contest. Kick goes to LCC, so they'll try and move it forward. Annika Wilker shoots it down further. Stolly, it's going to go past the end line, and goal kick for Pax as she'll send it forward. Emma Pax with the kick that time. Up near midfield, and throw in should be right in front of the Botkins bench, I do believe. Throw in, I think, is the Trojans. Substitutes coming in. as Stolle will catch a breather for LCC. Botkins coach Pedrick Murphy talking to the official on the far sideline. Discussion continues. And the Trojans will toss it in. I believe that's Boston Paul with the throw in. Huker back over to the middle. Trojans regain it, but LCC quickly bounce back, send it across midfield. John with it, but taken away there. Botkins across midfield. They shoot it to the corner. Trying to make that move inside. And it's going to go out of bounds. And Camden Paul will have the corner kick for the Trojans. Corner kick. Huker has it. It's going to come back out. Botkins trying to control it, and they finally do, but some good defense on the far side by the T-Birds. Gets the ball past the touchline. Here comes the throw in. Clock at 10.5 minutes to go here in the first half of play. Huker. Wilker now with it for LCC. John with it across midfield. Supan with it for LCC. Trojans trying to drop back on defense, but Martinez will handle it, number 24. Ball goes to the corner, and that's going to be a Botkins kick. Good strong kick by Paul as goes to the T-Birds though as they try to mount an attack. Trojans double team. Wilker has it. There's the shot a little bit high. Good strong kick there by Wilker. And the Trojans will kick it away. Wilker goes to the turf. Boston Paul with the kick. Carmen Huker up to Paul. Huker back over to the left side to Boston Paul. Here comes Camden Paul, and the shot, got to score. Camden Paul with 8:30 on the clock in the first half have tied this one up. Let's take a look at that one more time on our Winners Quality Meets replay. Nice assist, Paul with it. Nice move inside and nice and close. And the goal on the T-Birds, and we are tied. scoop there by Pax. Short kick picked up there by Chloe Pax. There's a header by the Trojans. And going to be a kick for Botkins. Opportunity here with 7:35 to go in the first half to do some damage. Kick there by McFerrin for Botkins. T-Birds, they'll regain control here near midfield. And for most of the first half, they've been on the attack, but good effort there by Botkins, and they tie it up at 1-1. Trojans over the right side. Paul will have it. Dumps it off to the right. Boston Paul with the ball. Makes the move inside. Shot on goal, and there it is. Camden Paul with the goal.
Way to go, Boston!
And at 6:17, the Trojans take the lead. Let's see if we can take another look at that one. Nice assist, if I can see it correctly. Looked like the assist went to Boston Paul, and Camden Paul with the goal. And Botkins in the lead here with 6:02 to go, 2-1. Trojans back on the attack. Paul tries to get it inside with the body. There's the lead pass. There's a shot by Huker, and it's good. Carmen Huker with 5:38 to go.
Let's keep going, back in. Good job, girls.
Puts another one on the board. And it's suddenly 3-1. Botkins with the lead as they score 3 times here in the last, well, in less than 3 minutes. Big offensive outburst by the Trojans. As you can see that replay one more time on our Winners Meets, Quality Meets replay. LCC trying to regroup. Carmen Huker has it. Over to Camden Paul. They'll send it back upfield. Suddenly the momentum of this one shifts directly to Botkins. Trying to handle it as Macklin as they try to get it down the middle of the field. Wilker over on the left side tries a lead pass, but Botkins will clear it. Back up the field, and that is Boston Paul. She's trying to battle for the ball. I believe that's McFerrin, and it's going to go past the touch line. So Morrissey will toss it in. Header back to Morrissey from Macklin. Knotts with the move, and Young will try to make it inside, but Botkins' defense stiffens. Wilker moving inside. There's the lead pass. Shot in front of the goal, Martinez. Nice save by Pax, Emma Pax. Shot on goal at time by the T-Birds, and Emma Pax with a big save. 4:05 to play in this one. And the LCC corner kick coming up. Martinez. Not too good of a corner kick as it goes out behind the goal. That means a goal kick for Botkins. Paul sends it upfield. A header will bring it back. Another header sends it the other direction. Trojans. It's going to go near the touchline, and Botkins does a nice job of keeping it in play. They try to work along the line in front of the Botkins bench, and it's going to be on the touchline, so that means the T-Birds will throw it in. Madalena Knotts will toss it in. Knotts. Botkins trying to move it along the sideline, still with the possession. T-Birds being aggressive. Clock is down to 2.5 minutes or so to go. Pax will come up with it cleanly. Wilker has it near midfield. Wilker will get it, send her pass down to the corner. Trojans, it's going to go out of bounds. LCC with the throw in with 1:58 to go on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Western Ohio Soccer League action here on NKTelco Sports. Botkins with 3 goals in less than about 3 minutes have taken the lead 3-1 on Lima Central Catholic. Into the final seconds of the first half. T-Birds trying to keep the pressure on. Trojans will send it across midfield. Paul goes after it. Dumps it back to her teammate. There's the lead pass to Paul. LCC trying to get it up near midfield, but now Botkins on the attack again. Boston Paul with it now. Shot is going to be a little bit wide, covered up by Wanamaker. Paul with the pass to Camden Paul. Quatman will chase it down. It's going to go out of bounds. So clock counting down as you can see it on that First National Bank Think First scoreboard. 30 seconds. Trojans are going to have a shot at it, or at least they'd like to think so. Huker will handle it, but LCC is going to try and clear it, but the Trojans will stop it. Strong pass down the center. Wilker header off balance. They try to apply the pressure. Huker up to Paul. Back over to Boston Paul. Final seconds. Wilker will just clear it out. And that's going to be the end of our first half of play. And the Trojans, with a strong scoring spurt between the 5 and 8 minute mark, have regained the lead. Our score, the Botkins Trojans 3 and the Lima Central Catholic Thunderbirds 1. We'll return right after this.
Grand Lake Foot and Ankle Center offers a family-friendly environment with a personalized approach to reduce pain, restore function, and improve mobility. Dr. Christopher Stuckey specializes in reconstructive foot and ankle surgery, diabetic foot care, trauma including fractures and sports injuries, along with bunions, hammer toes, and ingrown toenails. Grand Lake Foot and Ankle Center has offices located in St. Mary's and Salina. To schedule an appointment, call our office at 419-394-8664.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
Running a small business. Your hands are full. We can help. NKTelco partners with local companies by providing business class internet, phone, TV, support, and more. Our advanced system delivers the speed you need with enhanced reliability and support. Running a business is tough. Contact NKTelco and let our expert team give you a hand.
Schwiedemann Pharmacies began serving the people of Auglaize County in 1916 when Urban Schwiedemann purchased the building and business from J.H. Hoffman. The New Bremen location is one of the longest-running pharmacies in the country, with over 110 years of serving its patrons. Since then, 4 more stores have been added: Coldwater, St. Mary's, Minster, and Wapakoneta to round out the group. Our services include prescription refills, home medical equipment, nursing home services, customized compounded medication, vaccinations, and so much more.
The date is set. The lake has been chosen. It's time to sign up for the 2nd annual Brush Pile Fishing Veterans Tournament. Proceeds from this event will benefit Save a Warrior and the Travis Mills Foundation. Both organizations focus on helping veterans live the best life they possibly can by treating their physical and psychological traumas. Visit brushpilefishing.com to register or to learn how to donate.
About to begin the second half of girls varsity soccer. Botkins and LCC hooked up in a good one. The Trojans bounced back for a 3-1 lead. LCC scored first early in the contest at the 37-18 mark to take a 1-0 lead, but then with 8:30 left in the first half, over the next 3 minutes, Botkins reels off 3 consecutive goals. Let's take a look at our numbers here at the first half, all brought to you by Wagner's IGA. For the Botkins Trojans and the T-Birds on shots, T-Birds had 17, Botkins had 10 shots on goal. Botkins had 6, LCC 5, and saves. The Botkins Trojans had 4, LCC 2. Corner kicks, Botkins had 5 and LCC had 3, so the T-Birds had a few more overall shots, but boy, in about a 3-minute span, the Trojans just turned this thing all around and went on quite an offensive spur as Camden Paul picked up 2 of those 3 goals, one at the 8:30 mark, and then another with a great assist. I believe it was by Boston Paul at 6:17 mark, and then Carmen Huker scored with 5:38 to go, and the Botkins Trojans are up 3-1. Second half of play underway here at Botkins Community Park. Glad to be with you here on NKTelco Sports. I'm Dave Helmstetter as the LCC T-Birds will toss it in.
Camden Paul has 1 goal. Boston has 1 goal.
And the T-Birds will have it.
Come on, Boston. You got 1 goal. Let's get the second one.
Botkins on the move deep in their territory will stand corrected on that as Boston Paul had 1 goal, and Camden had 1, as did Carmen Huker. It's a little tough with the numbers, so we apologize for anything like that. Shot on goal, and the Trojans, just like that, are up now 4-1 as Boston Paul starts out the second half with a big goal. .38:49 to go. Let's take a look at that one more time on our replay. Just over the outreached hands of Anna Wanamaker, the LCC goalie. Beautiful shot by Boston Paul, and Trojans up 4-1. LCC now trying to counter. Camden Paul. Ellie Steinke, number 6 in the lineup for the Trojans. LCC will have it at midfield. T-Birds with the throw in. Knotts will toss it in. Botkins sends it past the touchline, all right, in front of us. Knotts throws it in. Across midfield. Morrissey will have it on the right side. Botkins defense digs in. Macklin on the right for LCC. Huker with it. Trying to move it ahead as they work it deeper into Botkins territory as Delana Pitts had it. Paul, goalie, comes out. There's the score. Camden Paul with the goal, 36-46, and the Trojans opening this one up as we move into the second half of play. So Camden Paul comes up with her second goal of the afternoon. Botkins now with a commanding 5-1 lead. Pitts will have it. She'll send it down to the right side, and T-Birds will chase it down. Camden Paul gets to the corner. Huker will handle it for the Trojans. Paul. Taken away there by San Martinez. Martinez upfield for LCC. Lead pass to Wilker. Huker will drop back on defense. She'll send it towards the goal, and Pax will come up and cover it up. Over the right side is Pitts. Lead pass to Paul. There's the lead to Pitts. Pitts trying to go inside, and they kick it away. T-Birds defense holds up that time. Botkins again putting the pressure on. Ellie Steinke with the near steal there as LCC brings it back across midfield. They'll work it to John. Annika Wilker. Good defense there by Reagan McPherron. To the left side it goes to Martinez. Pitts along the touch line. Pass towards Paul. The battle for it there with Zupan, and it's going to come back out across the touch line, and throw in will take place. Euchre will toss it in. Paul sends the header to the back of the end line. It's going to go out. Goal kick will go to LCC. Five to 1 on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. 33:40 to play. Trojans have scored 5 straight on LCC. Euchre over to the right side. Pitts will have it. Kick goes out of bounds. Goal kick LCC. Euchre. Back over to Ream. Paul will have it. Goes to the right side. There's a shot. And in the net. Or above the net, above the goal. So T-Birds will kick it away. Pitts will handle it. She'll go to the right side. There's a shot on goal. A nice save. Boy, here as we start the second half, Trojans just keeping it on their end of the field as they've really taken over. One and 0 overall, or 1-1. In league play. Pitts will have it across midfield. On the break, lead pass will be scooped up by Wanamaker. She'll kick it away. LCC midfield, we got a whistle. Play stops at 31-12 as Wilker gets up. Monica Wilker leading scorer on the season for LCC with 4 goals and a couple of assists. Olivia Stolley picked up her 3rd goal of the season earlier. Here today as the game started in the first few minutes of play, but it's been all Botkins since then. LCC Wilker among the Botkins defense. They'll pull it back out. Martinez tries to get it over to the middle. There's a shot that's going to go up and over. So the Trojans will kick it away. Pitts will have it. Trying to make a move along the touchline, and she'll get the toss in. D.D. Pitts, a freshman for the Trojans. Header there by Paul. As Ellie Steinke sends the kick down into the LCZ zone. Pitts, I believe that's Paul with it as there's a battle. LCC will come away with it for the moment, but Pitts will take it away. Pitts makes the move inside, feeds the pass over. The backside, there's the shot, no good, just a little bit above the iron. And the T-Birds will have the goalie kick. Clock at 29.5. Substitutes for LCC. T-Birds trying to get it across midfield, but Botkins defense is there. Paul with it, sends it back in, keeps it in bounds. Huker's shot, Wanamaker with the save. Her second save of the half and fourth overall. Wilker trying to get it away from Ellie Steinke. Mark Lehman and Kenneth Malcolm are the two officials. Mark Lehman and Kenneth Malcolm, the officials here today. Pitts, the header will go out of bounds, so LCC will toss it in. Knotts will throw it in. LCC offense has gone quiet since the opening few minutes of this one. Throw in. Header missed there by Macklin. T-Birds trying to get something going. With it is Macklin. Good defense by Botkins. They'll send it in and Pax will scoop it away. Emma Pax, goalkeeper, a senior, kicks it away. Huker will send it down the middle. T-Birds try to keep it in front of them. Paul with it, lead to Pitts over on the right side. Pitts trying to make the move inside. T-Birds will stop it, but Pitts will come up with it. Working the end line, comes back into play, finds Paul, she'll keep it. There's the shot on goal, and it's just a little bit wide. Good opportunity, but doesn't quite happen for Botkins. But again, they keep the pressure on. Wanamaker, the goalkeeper. $25.50 to play in this one. Paul will feed Pitts. Pitts trying to make that move to the right side. Centers it forward. And it's going to be a whistle and a stop and play. And contact inside, and T-Birds will kick it away. Knotts, short kit, Pitts with a header. Pitts going after it. LCC defender right on her. Ball stays in play. Pitts shoots it towards the center of the field, but LCC trying to cover Frankhauser. Aubrey Frankhauser into the lineup for LCC. It's going to go past the touch line, and LCC will toss it in. Comes a throw in. Paul comes up with it. Camden tries to make the move inside, and LCC is forced to kick it out of bounds. That was Zupan, Christina Zupan, that did it. So Botkins will have their first corner kick of the second half. Paul with it. Here comes the kick. LCC will kick it back out, but Paul will regain it. Sends the shot towards the middle. I believe that was Huker, but the goalie will come up with it. Wanamaker, that is. Game is shifted dramatically from the opening couple of minutes in the first half as Botkins up 5-1. Convincing lead here for the Trojans. Wilker tries to work it inside. There's the shot. Sam Martinez. Wilker. Pass goes astray. Botkins with it. Trojans trying to move it back the other side of midfield. Working the touch line back into the middle. Ream with it, but Botkins will come up with it. Pitts had it. LCC with 22-26 to go in this one. Frankhauser with it. Back over to Martinez. Martinez working against Steinke. Wilker. It's going to go out of bounds. And once again, Madalena Knotts for LCC will toss it in. Here comes the throw in. Pitts will have it for Botkins. Sends it upfield. Camden Paul. Boston Paul back to Camden. Camden will send the lead pass to Boston Paul, but it's picked up by the LCC defense, and Boston Paul gets it off the LCC defender and Jalen Ream, and she'll toss it in to Pitts, and it's going to go out of bounds off of LCC. So Botkins will have the corner kick. Placed in the corner arc, and Paul will. Excellent corner kicks in front of the goal. Shot no good. It comes back out. Botkins trying to control it, trying to move it inside. LCC on the defense. And the T-Birds will throw it in. Goal kick for LCC. Botkins will take over near midfield. Huker will pass it back and one of the defenders, and here come the Trojans. Camden Paul looks back over the middle. Briggs cuts through, holds her position. T-Birds come out and try to move it away. Martinez working on the left side near that touchline. Nice move inside across midfield. Ellie Steinke on defense. Here come the Trojans. Huker has it in midfield for Botkins. Briggs moves to the center, trying to make a move inside. There's the shot, and the goal will make the save. Good shot there by the Trojans. Botkins will regroup, get the ball back. Huker has it. Over to Steinke. Steinke sends it up to Paul. Over to Briggs on the right. Centering shot. And Paul's shot will be just a little bit high. So LCC with the goal kick. 18 minutes plus to go in this one. Steinke. LCC Martinez will watch it go past the touchline, and Briggs will throw it in for, or rather Pitts will throw it in for Botkins. Camden Paul to the right side. Paul looking to make a move inside. Teammates in place. Huker to her left. Briggs to her right. She'll make a move inside. There's a strong kick and another save on goal by Wanamaker. Steinke tries to stop it. Woodruff, number 15, Ava Woodruff in the lineup for Botkins on the defense. Sophomore. And number 22, Aubrey Frankhauser will, well, we thought she was going to toss it in. Now it's going to be Madalena Knotts to throw it in as substitute takes place. Knotts with the toss in. Botkins will defend against it. They'll send it back out. Paul trying to take it away. Battle at midfield, goes out of bounds. T-Birds will toss it in. Paul will come up with it quickly. Trying to work it across the midfield stripe. It'll go back, and Wilker will send it out of bounds. Wilker trying to work inside, but gonna hit the corner flag. And the toss in. Wilker in the end line. She'll shoot it towards a goal. It'll go over the goal and back out the other side, but Trojans will come up with it, trying to get it downfield, but number 17, Quatman, will step in front of it for LCC, but it's going to go out of bounds, and T-Birds will throw it in. Botkins with 2 goals here in the second half to up that halftime lead to 3-1 as we approach the 15-minute mark. There's a shot by the T-Birds. Goes up and above the iron, and Paul will kick it. Knotts will send it up to Martinez. Wilker, number 12, will pick it up. Trying to work herself into a position for a shot. Blocked by Steinke. Back over, and the loose ball picked up by Pax. Another nice job by Emma Pax. Good strong kick by Emma. Paul on the move. Right side looks for Briggs. Comes back over, strong shot again. Goes out of bounds, and LCC will inbound it. Knotts will toss it in. T-Birds trying to work it inside, but good defense for Botkins, and LCC should have the corner kick. Their first of the second half and 4th overall. Knott's kick. Scramble in front of the net, and Trojans will clear it. Paul will chase it down and can't quite gain control there, so the T-Birds will break towards Botkins. They'll get the ball. They'll send it down to throw in by Paul. Huker with it. Works over to the right side. Carmen. It's going to go out of bounds off of LCC. So Botkins should have the corner kick. 8th corner kick so far in today's match, 3rd here in the second half. Paul with the kick. Woodruff moves inside. Header by Huker goes out, and T-Birds will have the goal kick. Clock approaching 11 minutes remaining here on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Botkins 5, LCC 1. Trojans looking to pick up 3 points in the Western Ohio Soccer League race with a win over LCC. Steinke over in the left wing. Woodruff sends it back towards the goal. Briggs chases after it, goes out of the touch line. So T-Birds will kick it away. Paul will have the header, and T-Birds trying to move it upfield. Martinez over to John. Over to the left side. Steinke goes for it. Pitts will come up with it. Number 12, D.D. Pitts shoots it up field. He will come out and pick up the ball and will kick it away. Steinke will handle it for the Trojans. Try to get it past near Paul, but the goalie once again will come up and get it and get the kick. She'll boot it away. John with it. Huker will now have it for Botkins. Short pass out to Steinke, motioning her teammates to go downfield. Steinke going to go towards the center of the field. Handles the ball, tries to feed Briggs on the right side. It's going to be a little bit too long. LCC will come up with it, and Briggs will, or Pitts will knock it out of bounds. LCC with the kick, 8:55 to go. Substitutes for LCC. Woodruff with the header for Botkins. Martinez has it for LCC, trying to get it across midfield. Annika Wilker has it, back to Martinez. Martinez goes to the right side, sends it to the upfield, but Trojans try to recover. It's going to roll inside the penalty area, but it'll come back out. Here come the Trojans. Pitts, right side. Moves it inside, the freshman does. Paul to the right side, Woodruff to her left. It's going to go over to Woodruff. Woodruff. Martinez tries to get it back out, but Huker will battle the LCC defender with it. Wilker, midfield. Try to move it inside, left-footed kick. Pax will come out and cover it up. Good effort there by Pax. Huker with it now. Approaching the 7-minute mark. Briggs. Nice move. Sends it back over to Paul. Paul will regroup. Camden surveys the situation. Woodruff and Briggs are to her left. Paul. Pass over to Briggs. Shot wide of the goal. And the goal kick will come to the T-Birds. Paul will have it. Briggs coming up to help her. Briggs will have it. Paul has it back to Pitts. Pitts trying to make a move. And the goalie will come up and kick it away. Huker. And out of bounds it goes. Entering tonight's play, LCC, Coldwater, and Botkins all had 3 points in league action. LCC 1-0 on the season. As we said, a win over Anna. Coldwater 1-0, and Botkins at 1-1. Anna at 0-1, and Delphus St. John's at 0-1. Spencerville yet to play a conference game in league play. Overall, as we mentioned, LCC 3-1-1, Coldwater at 4-2, Botkins 4-2-1, Spencerville 0-2, Anna 2-1-1, and Delphos St. John's at 1-3-1. Kick is away for the T-Birds. Pitts will have it. Back over to Boston Paul. They try to get over to Woodruff. Hooker's shot. Kick goes long. And with 4:51, we have a stop in the action. Officials will discuss things. I'd like to remind everyone that NKTelco Sports and its sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of high school girls varsity soccer on NKTelco Channel 3 or in HD on Channel 503. Today's game replayed Saturday, September the 11th at noon, and Tuesday, September the 14th at 9 p.m. You can also watch more games on demand through YouTube, Facebook, and at nktelco.com/sports. John will come back in as the discussion continues. Scoring in this contest, it started with Olivia Stoley with the 37-18 mark of the first half, and that put LCC in the lead at 1-0, and it stayed that way for better than 30 minutes before Camden Paul scored at the 8:30 mark of the first half to tie it up at 1-1. Boston Paul, and there you see that's a penalty inside. And let's see how they're going to sort this out. And I think we're set to go with LCC with the kick. Boston Paul then came back at the 6:17 mark to give Botkins their first lead at 2-1. And Carmen Huker added another goal just seconds later at the 5:38 mark to make it 3-1. Starting the second half, Trojans kept on scoring at the 38:49 mark. Boston Paul with a goal, making it 4-1. And then Camden Paul at a couple minutes later, a little over 2 minutes later, 36:46, connected on the fifth goal, and was a 5-1 score is where we're at as we have 4 minutes and 15 seconds to go on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. LCC with the throw in. Woodruff will send it over to Pitts. Dee working with it, trying to go inside. There's the move, there's the shot. Oh, just off. Nice try there by Pitts, the freshman. Nice move inside and just a little bit off. LCC will kick it away. Steinke will have it. She'll move to the right side. Sends it inward. The kick is away there by LCC. Wilker will have it as they try and regain some momentum on the offense. Wilker will just send it downfield, headed for Macklin, and Botkins defense back quickly and in good shape. Martinez almost loses it. We've got a whistle and a stop and play. Penalty will go against the Trojans, so they'll regain it with the kick inside, and Wilker will find the header with 2:37 to go. And it's 5-2. Take a look at that play one more time on Winners Quality Meats. Off the penalty kick, there you see it. And the header and the score. So Wilker with the score. Pulls the T-Birds to within 3, 5-2 with 2:28 to go. Pitts works with it over to the along the touchline. Paul is inside. She'll get the pass. Martinez tries to clear it. Huker will take a shot off the iron.
2 minutes.
Carmen Huker almost had that one. As the 2-minute indication is made, and we're down to 140 in this one. Botkins with a 3-goal lead over LCC. Steinke back over towards Woodruff. LCC trying to clear it out. Woodruff will center it back in. Knotts back upfield. Wilker will have it. Gains control. Shoots it down. The Botkins defense will be there.
Here we go, 12.
Under a minute, as you can see on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Frankhauser will toss it in. Steinke sends it up to Boston Paul. Across midfield. Briggs over to, or Pitts over to her right. Woodruff cuts across to the left side. Huker also coming in there as the ball goes to the end line and out. LCC with the kick, and we're down to the final seconds in this one. That's going to be it. The Botkins Trojans pick up their 5th win of the season, move to 5-2-1 overall, and up their record to 2-1 in league play. Final score, the Botkins Trojans 5 and LCC 2. We'll return with our recap right after this.
American Trim's story started in 1951, and our long family legacy continues today. We are a 3rd-generation family-owned business with locations in Sydney and Walpaug, and we're hiring for manufacturing positions on 1st, 2nd, and 3rd shifts. Part-time and full-time positions are available for entry-level and skilled individuals. Please apply at www.amtrim.com or in person. American Trim is a proud sponsor of high school sports and our communities. Come be part of our story.
Plygem Residential Solutions is part of Cornerstone Building Brands, North America's largest manufacturer of exterior building products, and the success of our company is directly related to the contributions of our employees. We are currently looking for machine operators, maintenance technicians, forklift operators, and more to join our growing team at our facility in Sydney, Ohio. Plygem offers competitive pay, a full benefits package, as well as opportunities for bonus pay and long-term advancement. Become a part of our strong foundation.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
At Minster Bank, we understand that life can get hectic. That's why when it comes to your banking, we offer the services that make your life simpler with tools like person-to-person payments, Pop Money, mobile and online banking, and bill pay. But most of all, Minster Bank is a supportive member of your community with personal relationships and customer service that reach outside of our branches. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
Allglaze and Sydney Audiology are committed to providing the most advanced and affordable hearing care solutions.
Did you know that more and more insurances are offering coverage for hearing aids and that we are the most comprehensive provider in the area?
Because we want to serve all in our community, we partner with agencies such as Medicaid, OOD, Sertoma, and most recently the VA, helping our veterans find local solutions to their problems.
Don't leave unused benefits on the table this year. Call us today to see if you qualify.
Wegner's IGA have been servicing their communities for more than 90 years, spanning 3 generations. Wegner's founded their business on 2 basic principles: excellent customer service and quality products. Visit all our locations and experience the finest selection of deli, fresh meats, and a variety of beverage choices. While there, don't forget to check out our vast selection of fresh coffee beans, produce, dairy, and bakery items. Visit Wegner's today in Minster, Fort Laramie, and New Bremen.
Back here at Botkins Community Park, the Botkins Trojans girls soccer team picks up an impressive 5-2 victory over LCC, and in the process picks up 3 points, and moves up in the Western Ohio Soccer League standings, of course, pending the outcomes of some of the games or matches here yet this evening, but definitely up for the Botkins Trojans. Survived. The first goal was by Olivia Stolley, and that put LCC up in the lead at 1-0, and then we went 5 straight for Botkins to take eventually a 5-2 lead. Our stats and recap all brought to you by Wagner's IGA. There you see the final score, 5-2. Total number of shots, LCC had 26. The Botkins Trojans had 29. Shots on goal, 11 for the T-Birds, 16 for Botkins. Saves, LCC had 9, and Emma Pax had 6 for the Botkins Trojans. The corner kicks, Botkins had the upper hand there with 9-4. Just to recap our scoring, Camden Paul had 2 goals, Boston Paul had 2 goals, and Carmen Huker picked up another. As we said, Botkins scored 3 goals in a matter of about 3 minutes from the 5 and to the 8-minute mark of the first half to jump out to a 3-1 lead, and then added to it in the second half. And our player of the game, brought to you by NKTelco, is Boston Paul. She put the Trojans in the lead at 2-1 with a goal at the 6:17 mark, and then in the second half gave them a 4-1 lead with another goal at the 38:49 mark. So Botkins moves to 5-2-1 overall, and the T-Birds fall to 3-2-1, and more importantly, Botkins moves to 2-1 in league play. I'd like to remind you that tonight's game, all brought to you by the following sponsors: Crown Equipment Corporation, First National Bank, Keyhole Pizza, Winners Meat, Sydney Allglaze Audiology, Precision Strip, Wagner's IGA, and NKTelco bringing you tonight's game. Follow WCSM AM 1350, 96.7 FM, and their internet-exclusive games on WCSMradio.com all season. Your sports leader in Mercer and Allglaze counties. Also, 5-star recruitment sponsor, Crown Equipment Corporation. MVP sponsors, Clopay and Nidec Minster. Scoreboard sponsor, First National Bank. Keys to the game, Keyhole Pizza. Replays by Winners Meats. Starting lineup, Sydney Auglays Audiology. Our timeout sponsor, Precision Strip. Stats and recap sponsor, Wagner's IGA. And of course, our player of the game, all brought to you by NKTelco. I'd like to remind you that NKTelco Sports and its sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of high school girls varsity soccer on NKTelco Channel 3 or in HD on Channel 503. Replays of today's game, Saturday, September the 11th at noon, and Tuesday, September 14th at 9 p.m. You can also watch more games on demand through YouTube, Facebook, and at nktelco.com/sports. Also like to thank our crew here today, our director, Scott Robinson, the assistant director, Bryce Hamrick, on the camera today, Mark Fissel. I'm Dave Helmstetter, and once more from the Botkins Community Park, our final score in girls high school varsity soccer, the Botkins Trojans 5, the LCC T-Birds 2.